For today's cup of coffee, disease and pestilence.
And root beer. Root beer.
I actually sounded better this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the day progressed, it sort of like, caught up with me again.
Yeah.
It's that,
It's always worse at night. It really, truly is.
Yeah, after the sun goes down. We had the most incredible... some things you have to see with the human eye that you cannot capture it on video.
No.
But it was this amazing, as far as the moon coming up the way, up the road there, the perspective of it.
It looked weird.
And it was huge, and it was orange, and it was incredible. It was to the point that it looked so abnormal. We're like, oh God, is that the moon?
Is that the moon or another planet?
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. What is that? And then within a few minutes, because timing is everything when you have events like that.
Imagine if the moon had its own moon.
That happens with some of their planets, some of those larger outer planets.
Yeah, so they got their own moon.
Yeah. I was listening to somebody the other day when they were discussing, I think it was the Why files that they had. I caught part of her live stream. They're going to have a New Year's Eve live stream.
Yeah, you caught
so
part.
You can get in on that. That should be fun.
Mm-hmm. You caught you're planning on catching that live stream.
Yeah, I'm going to try to.
Yeah, and you caught the tail end of their Christmas live stream.
Yes, and they were discussing why that one of the reasons that Pluto was not a planet. I think it was them. It may not have been.
Why is it not a planet? Because it is a planet.
It has a moon.
Yeah.
But there was some bullshit made up something why they demoted it. Pluto will always be a planet.
Yes. God love it.
Yes.
Pluto, that poor little thing has had arguments. It's just existing and people are arguing about it.
That's because people have been arguing about everything. Ludicrous things.
Stuff that there's no point in arguing about.
No.
It's just pointless. You're at that point, you're just arguing to argue.
Well, and it's just been this within the realms of academia. There has been this stupidity for you talk about educated idiots. And it's like, I offended a professor on a live stream. I didn't say that. But I did discuss as far as the echo chamber within academia. And he sort of stopped talking to me on the live stream after that.
But it's true.
It is true. Because I've been around them.
Yes.
That's why I'm not around them today, is because I figured them out.
Because they're so far up their own ass.
Absolutely. And this article that I found a couple of days ago is a prime example of academics being up their own asses. Mm-hmm. And this is from Daily Star and was December the 26th. So it's Boxing Day and husband's birthday. God love him. And was by Will Stone. And it's one of these that a group of 25 academics have come up with a guide to prepare us for our first encounter with extraterrestrials. The book, which is called Xenolinguistics Towards a Science of Extraterrestrial Language, will help decipher and respond to any signals from outer space. Experts say it is vital our initial communications with other beings leads to friendship rather than devastating war.
Listen, I am all for, friendly aliens coming down. The key word, friendly. Mm-hmm. But are y'all taking into consideration the reptilians and the bad ones like that?
No, they're not. And the article goes on to say that they believe centuries, the academics, this group of, supposed big brains, believe that centuries of studies into ancient human language and animal calls and grunts can be used to, quote, decode intentional communication from another world, end quote.
Are you sure about that?
And Dr. Douglas Vakoch.
What?
Vakoch. It's Vakoch.
Look.
The book's editor and an astrobiologist. What the hell is an astrobiologist?
Is that the study of like astrobiology? The like alien life forms?
Again with the academia, because they have got degrees in shit that is made up.
Literally.
Truly.
Unless they are genuinely working on some of these things. And so...
It's a scam.
Yeah.
Anyhow, dude has said, quote, I think it's realistic that we could, in our lifetimes, get a message through SETI, which is the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence programs, or send out messages that could someday get a reply, end quote.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I think that these people need to figure out how to communicate with other humans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this was just more ridiculousness that has been 2023. And it was interesting because this was another article, for whatever reason, that didn't... They've had some glitch on their website, and apparently they don't read comments because, you know, to sit there and go, y'all got glitches on your website. We're not able to see the full articles. But somebody else had the only other response, because I didn't respond on this one. I didn't comment because I didn't get a response on the other one. Was like, anybody who has had encounters with aliens has said the beings communicate telepathically.
Yeah.
So
they have no need to send message.
Right. This group of 25 big brains, they are so limited in their thinking, so earthbound in their thinking, that they assume that any life from outside this realm, which includes the universe, that they could communicate with it properly. That's called arrogance.
Yeah.
That's called hubris.
Yeah. You want to know what will happen as soon as spaceships start appearing in the sky?
Some of these academics going to be bitch slapped.
Well, but a heart attack.
Oh, absolutely. And I've often wondered about that scripture where it said, men's hearts will fail them for what is coming upon the earth. Yeah.
Seriously, I'm one of those people, like, dead ass. If a spaceship starts coming, I will drop. I will drop right then and there.
Well, this year has been such a push about the UFO stuff. And I don't know if I clicked off of that or not. There was another article that it was just long and drawn out, and I will put the link that it was from Daily Mail and Josh Boswell, and it was from December the 15th because, we had stuff that was going on. And within the bill, the UFO bill, they defunded it.
Really?
Absolutely. Congress defunded it. So they had the hearings with Rush and stuff like that. And they're claiming that the two primary ones that shot down a lot of the bill was Congressman Mike Turner and Mike Rogers, both of whom are funded by, let's see where it is, Lockheed Martin.
Who's Lockheed Martin?
Defense contractor.
Oh, so of course they wouldn't want that.
Because our politicians are owned, and it's not by literally. We the people. Now, that is something that has big time come out. This was a year of a lot of disclosure, not just about the aliens.
No, politicians have gotten exposed left and right.
Oh, yeah, and still are. But that was one of the things.
I still found someone that was dumb enough basically to imply that they are voting for Biden. And I'm like...
Look, you've got people that are deceived.
I'm like, of all the shit that has happened this year, you're going to vote for him?
Send them down to the border. Tell them to go. Hell, we'll get the money together so that they can find a motel, if there's a motel to be had, to where they can spend just 1 or 2 nights down there and let them see for themselves. But I was looking through here as far as, David Grush was highly upset about some of this.
Uh-huh.
And that's where, and I can't think of the little guy's name right now, that he's got the channel that we had shared, where some of these whistleblowers, they're bypassing these people. They're going to some of these alternative media people, talking to them, letting their stories be heard, getting the information out there so that these defense contractors and stuff can't shut them up.
Yep. Put it to the public. Put it to the public.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, since Tucker Carlson has now got his own network, that's kind of a huge thing.
Yeah. And people are flocking over to him.
Oh, yeah. Because he will interview people that other people wouldn't even. Which is a way cool thing.
Yeah.
And I will tell people, I did watch Alex Jones today, which is the 28th of December, 2023. And he re-uploads his shows on Odyssey and BitChute. And I think probably Rumble will have the previous day's thing available. Plus, I don't know I guess you can go to InfoWars or different things like that. But he was talking about Yuri Bezmenov. And now he just laid it out on the line. And he's done this for years. And Yuri Bezmenov, he went through there. He was back in the 80s. You've heard me talk about him lots. Because he was former KGB. And he outlined, there is, honest to God, a playbook as far as the destruction of a nation. But the thing is, within this, it is plural.
Nations.
Yeah, because when you've got this one world, government thing, reptilians, that they're wanting to control everybody. Yeah, so it was just a little broader than we thought.
Did you hear about the thousands of people marching?
Towards the country?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's been going on for a minute. And the gaslighting, and that was what Bezmenov was talking about. Because we have supposedly elected officials that are sitting there going, oh, don't believe your lying eyes. That's called gaslighting.
Literally.
So that's why I say, whoever it was that said as far as vote, and I don't even know that we're going to have a vote this year. Don't.
If we don't, then that means everyone is rebelling.
It means that 2024 is going to be
one hell of a year.
Yeah. Yep.
It's going
Prayers
to be
for America.
A shit show.
Well, now, the eclipses made that X over the United States. And where the X crossed was there in Texas. And Texas, that they've got that Texit thing to form their own nation. Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I could see that happening easily.
Mm-hmm. So does that mean you would have to have a passport to go over
Don't
to
know.
them? Because
Don't know. They're working on the particulars. I heard a man speak the other day, and Sid Jones is on X, Twitter, whatever the hell.
I mean,
those of y'all who do the social media stuff can listen to some of his things there.
X, previously known as Twitter.
Mm-hmm. And that some of these people, it's like this. If somebody has tried to shut somebody down and up, those are usually the people you need to at least give a listen to with an open mind.
Yeah.
But Bezmenov was talking about as far as the useful idiots, and that is the term for these people, that the ones that they go in and they're the wrecking balls, and they scream and they tear down things and they cause chaos and upheaval. And then when the other system, the democracy was broken down and the communism and different things like that had taken over, then those were the people that were deleted because they were no longer needed.
Yep.
I've got a ladybug on my...
Flick it. I tried to vacuum them.
It's okay. They're all over the place.
I hate them.
So, interesting things. But as far as these big brains in academia, and that's where a lot of this, the lowest forms of communication, especially listening skills, are coming from.
Yep.
That's...
brainwashing.
Yes.
All that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They teach people to speak, but do they teach them to listen?
Mm-mm.
That's the thing. That is the true skill. To sit and listen and not be sitting there waiting for your turn to speak, because if you're doing that, you're not listening.
You're not. You're not listening in the slightest.
Yeah. So it's interesting. But I thought, whatever this bullshit thing, another thing that has come out of academia that was just ridiculous. And I will say that I am grateful that back when I was in college 150 years ago, that I had the opportunity to learn from people who truly knew. And were just amazing human beings. Not all of them.
Yeah. Well, not everybody can be an amazing human being.
Yeah. So, a xenolinguist. God help.
Help.
Absolutely help. And it is a matter of crying out to God for help, because that is where our help will come from.
If and when the chaos starts, try to be safe.
Well, it's situational awareness. I mean, you don't want to feed the beast as far as the fear and the paranoia and different things like that. There is a difference. It is a level of awareness without fear.
Mm.
And this is one of the things, folks, even if you've never studied martial arts, just some of the basics, not the fighting stances, nothing like that, but the mental awareness behind martial arts. Now is a good time to read over some of those things. And it was like I used a partial quote from Bruce Lee on a previous quote where he's talking about be like water. Water is incredible because it will take the form of whatever it's poured into.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it can, if you've got a raging whatever, it can cause immediate devastation.
Yeah. Tsunamis.
Or little by little by little, the gentleness of a wave over hundreds of years can totally change, the landscape.
Mm-hmm.
So be like water. Which is hard for me because I'm a fire sign.
Yeah. I try to be like water. I try to be a fish, but damn, I got a Leo rising and Aries up my ass, and it's just...
Yeah, well, you got a lot of fire there. But it's a matter of learning how to control that.
It's like it's like one of those geysers.
Reaching that boiling point. Mm-hmm.
Like those hot springs? I would rather be like a hot spring rather than a geyser.
Well, it's within that when you've got those signs that are combined like that. It's alchemy. That's where you get into the alchemy. And it's like water plus fire equals steam.
That is true.
The Industrial Revolution was steam powered. It doesn't have to be a detriment. And sometimes it just takes somebody to help change your perspective just a little bit, to reframe it, to get somebody to look at it in a different way and go, this is not a detriment. This is an asset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, final thoughts on communicating with the aliens?
Oh, there's no point. They'll communicate with us when they're ready.
there's not that many humans that I communicate with. I'm very selective on the humans I communicate with.
I would at least like the opportunity to see the alien before I drop dead. I don't want to see the UFO and then just done.
Right. Well, and it's like we have no idea. And this is going to be, from what I have heard, what little bit I've heard, that it is this year to be in the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it is that situational awareness. Yeah. And do what is in front of you. Do what needs to be done. Stay in your own lane. Be aware of what's going on around you. But do not live in fear. Because, like I said, that feeds the beast.
It does. It does.
So, that's your final thoughts?
Yep.
Okay. If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, you can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And that's there in the description box. And the links to the articles will also be there, unless I totally, it can happen. I can just glitch. It can happen.
It's fine. Listen, right now, you get a little bit of a free pass because you're sick. Not even a little bit. You get a free pass if you miss a day or something like that. You're good. Ow.
Since he has... Should I tell them that you've popped your tooth on a...
You don't have to tell them. They heard it. They heard it.
That was Glass Bottle Meat's tooth. That was lots of Aries in his chart. Are you going to do your thing about the like, share, comment, subscribe, all that?
Yeah, what she said.
Thumbs up over there on YouTube.
Yeah. Like this video. Do all the things. Do all the things.
Yeah, and the main thing to do is to remember that you're loved. Mm-hmm. And show love to others. And compassion and forgiveness. And some of those people... do that from a distance.
Treat others how you would want to be treated.
Absolutely.
Now, if you want to be treated like shit, now you need some therapy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's one of those awareness that if you do need assistance, please reach out and get some assistance. You can get therapy online now. There are apps and stuff.
Yeah, but you got to be careful on that.
Yes, you got to be... Even on that, have some sense, because you've got some of these people that's coming out of these colleges and they don't have any sense.
Like literally they're talking out their ass.
Mm-hmm. Find you an elder that is trusted.
Did you know cognitive behavioral therapy is not good for people who have CPTSD or PTSD in general? Really? Yeah, it's a different type of therapy they need. It's I think it was like DBT or something like that. I don't remember what it stood for.
EMDR probably. That's because what that does, it moves. It's the rapid eye motion and sounds and stuff like that. It's the thing with PTSD. It's memories, trauma memories are trapped in the incorrect hemisphere. Yeah, they're in the right hemisphere, which processes now, as opposed to the left hemisphere, which processes past. Mm-hmm. And so through the EMDR, I think I've got that right, it can help put the memories on the side where it needs to be, to where they're not being relived.
Yeah. Yeah, because with cognitive behavioral therapy, you're literally opening old wounds mm-hmm. again and breaking down those coping mechanisms that you found.
Some of it.
Yeah. Those coping mechanisms that you've built over the years, some of them genuinely do like break them down and just re-traumatize them all over again.
Right, because a lot of these people don't know what they're doing. Mm-mm. And it's a matter of once someone has the memory where it is a memory, not a, happening again over and over and over, a flashback, then somebody can look at that from a different perspective and, see the bigger picture. Right. And that's how you can deal with the trauma. Yep. So you got added onto that.
Yeah, it's a little bonus content.
Yeah. Know that you're very, very loved. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.